All right, so now we're gonna start. We got 7:01. And then the minutes. That was Ken was the first. Hey, the K people.
Did I miss the last one? I don't remember.
Was the second.
I missed the meeting.
Yeah, I think you did.
Did I miss the last meeting?
Yeah.
Would anyone like to second the meeting minutes?
I can't second.
Wait, what?
Wait, so he
I
can't
can't second if I don't know.
So Ken looked at the April meeting minutes, said they were good. Did anyone else online look at the meeting minutes? Rita, thank you.
So Rita's seconding?
Are you gonna second? Oh, so
Rita, are you seconding? Maybe there's a mute button somewhere.
volume?
We need a second.
For the meeting minute approvals for April.
I thought I seconded.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Rita.
All right, Rita. All right. So the first one is the finance report. Linda's not here. She sent it to me. Okay. In checking, we have $4,725.43. In savings, we have $3,170.55. In CD number one, we have $2,172.43. And in CD number two, we have $2,168.11.
That's like 14 grand.
No.
7, 3, 2, and 2? Or no?
No, it wasn't 7.
The first one was at 5?
Four.
Oh, it was 4?
4,700.
Oh, so I did 4 and 3 is 7.
Yeah.
Sorry,
437,
11. A little over 11.
11K, yeah. So any
So we're
questions?
down a little bit because we used to have around 12. Did we spend something recently? Oh, meals? Maybe
Just
that was
these meals, yeah.
and did we have to pay for the
No.
rental? He didn't
No.
charge us.
Let me get to that.
Okay, sorry.
That's the night. Any questions on
I have a question on beautifying
I
money.
sent in our final report. They received it, and it's going to take like a month for them to go through and approve or disapprove any of our things.
These are the ones they already paid us for.
Yeah, this is the one they gave us the check.
Check and said you can backdate everything.
Yeah, back date, and then said, "Oh, you got to get approval for National Night Out and all this stuff." I said, "We already did it." So I don't know if we're going to get approved for that or not. We'll find out. All right. So the last general meeting. First off, well, he's not even here, but I want to thank neither of them are here. Linda and Sinjin. They were in my back. Linda held the door while I went and got stuff, put up signs, and Sinjin kept everyone going and got chairs because we overflowed the place. We filled up all the chairs. We had to pull in more.
It's amazing.
And I asked Brent. I said, "Hey,
Was Brent there? He was there.
Brent was there."
I thought he couldn't make it because of his daughter.
No. He had to be first because
then he
had to bail.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and
Great.
so he comes up to me and I go, "Hey, I don't see the food trucks." He goes,
Oh,
"Oh,
I knew I forgot something.
son of a
He had a food truck he was gonna bring in.
no, he was gonna
Or
have
just
it
a bunch of
catered."
people.
Yeah, catered. And they go, "Totally forgot." So he went up, gave a spiel. They said, "Sorry, don't blame Mark. That was my bad. I told him I would do it, and I didn't do it." So then he tells me, he goes, "Go out there." Well, he came with me. He said, "Let's just grab all the chips."
I was sitting outside.
Yeah, we just brought in these chips, and he before he could hand them money, he wrote
Tallied everything. So he
tallied everything. He goes, "Okay." And I said, "What if we run out?" He goes, "Just go grab another one, but you gotta
Just
text
tell
me." And we did. And when the only thing left was Cheetos, so I grabbed the Cheetos.
That's
So
exciting.
we ate garbage food, but that was it.
Hey,
But we had over 60 people.
And I thought St. John brought stuff too.
No,
Oh, I thought St. John ran over to Cisco and brought goodies. You
no,
guys ran out.
no.
No. Okay.
I was wondering why.
So how many people showed up?
He said that. He did.
I think it was 62.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. And so Brent was first, and he talked for about 15 minutes and introduced himself. And he goes, "Hey, I got to go." But he's very nice, very calm. He's just as good as us. Honestly, just.
Don't say not good. There's no way he's a good guy.
But he's
Friendly.
good. He's
Yeah,
good.
he was a super nice guy when we had him.
Yeah. And then
Did he share anything innovative, like anything that that was?
it was
like,
more of what questions do you have for me?
Okay.
All right. So he didn't really share.
Talking about parking and rates going up again?
No,
No.
that didn't come up.
Okay.
So it's just whatever they asked of him.
Yeah.
And then Councilman, it was City Council day. He couldn't come, so we had his aide.
No.
Yeah, so we don't want to do it on a Tuesday. Tuesday's bad,
Yeah.
and I have a feeling that was the same for the supervisor. But the aide said he was gonna come, but he didn't. Maybe he got lost. I don't
Oh,
know.
so
Everyone, everyone kept saying I can't find the place. He was like,
Well,
"Where
I
is
was like driving around for like 15 minutes. Going,
And I said, I put up signs. Just look on the pole.
Santana West, man, it's the biggest building outside of the street.
So anyways, Ken finally made it, but which made me nervous because
You're next.
you're not only that,
He's the only one.
he was a Facebook guy, right?
Right.
And that didn't work.
And that didn't work because Oh.
So we gotta do a practice run.
Yeah, well, I should have thought with that. Whenever someone logs into your Facebook, you always have to, there's a two-factor authentication. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
and,
Totally
and
forgot.
last time we did it at your house, and I
Yeah.
just handed you
Right,
your-
and that's how I tested it,
didn't
right.
have any idea.
Yeah.
I was just like logged in,
Yeah.
like weeks in advance or whatever.
So unfortunately, Lana and Rita and Steve couldn't watch it from Facebook. So.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
And then the last guy, well, you were the last guy, and he got grilled with tons of questions. But the guy right before him was for cert, and he started. I thought it was kind of dry in the beginning, but when he got the Q&A, he opened up and he did a lot better. I was like, okay, you redeemed yourself.
How long did he speak for?
20 minutes, I think. It wasn't long.
And then Q&A?
yeah, the Q&A. And they told me
The
that
crowd was engaged.
because that was on a Tuesday night, and Thursday was their meeting, and 2 of our people showed up there.
Oh,
So it was successful.
that was good.
Yeah. So, so the food was terrible. Yeah, go ahead, Rita.
What was the biggest takeaway from the CERT guy?
That it's all free. The city wants to get 10,000 certified people, and that whenever you do get certified, it's up to your judgment if you want to do the emergency or not. So you're not
You're not
forced.
compelled.
You're not obligated to do
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
It's,
like-
it's nice that you have it, but if you look at the situation, no, that's
Yeah, no
beyond
thanks.
me. I'm not going in that house. No, no.
So
Well,
how
that-
does one become a certified person in the city of San Jose?
They have training seminars, but you just go to these guys. The closest one is them out of Willow Glen, and they have meetings the second Thursday of the month. No, that's not right.
Is there
The last Thursday of the month.
is there contact information?
I have it all. I can email the whole board.
Perfect, thank you.
And what's
Maybe
involved?
get it
in
on the website.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Email
Neighborhood.
board.
And what's involved in getting certified? I mean,
Go to a psychiatrist.
No. It's 40 hours, but you only 8 hours has to be in their office because you got to learn how to do CPR and stuff like that. But it's 40 hours long, and most of it's online. And you just do the courses.
And I don't think they charge you at all. So I think
No.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's free.
So I did this for the city of Sunnyvale when I briefly was there. I took their course and it was a lot of hands-on, and of course this was way before the pandemic. So it's a little different for each city or county or municipality that has this. It's certainly worthwhile, I think, taking it if you want to participate and understand what's going on with disaster preparedness and response.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think there are roles that, you can even do stuff if you don't even want to leave your house. I mean, I think there's like administrative coordination stuff you could do. You don't have to be like running into houses or running down the street, flagging people down or anything.
Yeah. I see. Do you guys need glasses of ice? Okay, that's always fine. All right, so that was pretty much it for the general meeting. Anyone have any questions?
but overall positive.
Yeah, I thought.
The space was a little small, I guess, but
Yeah.
we couldn't. Well, we wouldn't do July there anyways.
No,
But-
yeah.
But do you think we'd do that again?
Can't get the room, maybe. And
do you think July will be able to just take over the yard?
if we can't, we do the parking lot. We'd have to do or we do National Night Out.
Or you can't? Facilitron still handles the
Well,
internal.
Facilitron doesn't do that, so I can't go through Facilitron.
Well, why don't we just go there? Take it.
Oh, we are trespassing. That's one reason.
Yeah, but we're gonna have our council member there and the mayor probably.
Let me work on it a little. I don't know if I want to do that. I
So
do
we
have
got our
to
elected
eat.
officials in jail with us.
Literally elected official. We can have the police captain with her anyway. That'd be something. Go ahead, now.
Sorry, sir, we gotta bring you in.
Yeah, you're just pulling great ideas.
The parking lot was pretty good at the Santana West, if we wanted to do it outdoor there.
No. If we're gonna do it outdoors, we'll do it in that parking lot. It's a lot
Is that big enough?
But like
our
in
parking
terms-
lot here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In
Where you-
terms of permissions, right? If we wanted to go to a place that will give us permission, if Brent would be okay with us using their parking lot, the parking lot was okay, but they had like pickleball courts nearby and the street
Yeah.
there, so it might be kind
No,
of
I would not want to do it in their parking lot.
okay.
No.
All right.
No, now we got one here. We'll just do it here.
So is it behind the building? Is that where all the parking
Yeah,
is? Oh,
next,
okay.
next to the baseball field.
Okay, I never.
And we do it so late, there's no baseball
Yeah,
game.
no baseball, yeah.
All right, so
What about using Facilitron booking the interior room and which gives us access through the outside and then we just set up outside?
Then we have to pay.
We have to pay,
Yeah.
but if we really wanted the space.
Yeah, and
We want
for
to pay for
Facilitron, we say we only have like one person because we're not gonna be inside anyways. It's just we have access and a bathroom.
Party for one.
Yeah, you know, I mean, janitorial fee will be like zero.
let me try just wording the other way.
Come on, we're trying to help.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are.
Literally causing problems.
All right, so let me know what kind of speakers you want. Obviously, Mulcahy and Ellenberg will most likely be there because that's our big one.
What about the mayor? Because we had talked about the mayor and the police guy at a big event. I don't know if one of them was in the August one, but I remember July we were holding a couple people for that. I thought the mayor,
Pretty sure the mayor will want to do it. Well, actually, elections are in June.
Yeah, but he'll still be mayor.
He'll still be mayor. Yeah, there's no way. He's at the bottom now.
I mean, we love Matt. I just the stakes are way too high right now.
Yeah.
I had from last meeting that we could potentially ask the library if they wanted to speak about anything.
Oh, that's right.
Anything on the church or dead end there?
I've left 5 messages. No one calls me back.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, it sucks.
Wait, are we
I don't
taking
like
speakers
It's
that.
like when I talk to God, he never gets back.
What's that?
Talking venue or speakers?
Speakers.
Okay.
Lana, what do you have?
Oh, so I have a couple of ideas. One is around like how to avoid scams from the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation, where they can avoid what are on the web, what are some scams that are happening and how to avoid it. So that could be a potential topic. The other one is the San Jose Historical Museum, talking about the history of West San Jose, some of the museums, like the one in, oh gosh, what is it? Oh, good. Hold on one second here.
Rosicrucian?
No, it's let me see, where is it? I just spoke to them today. What is that one? Hold on a second.
What's it?
Children's Discovery Museum?
History Park. History
Oh.
Park.
Yeah.
They also have a collection center and archive center, which is across from the History Park, where they manage a collection of over 150,000 artifacts. There's also 2 San Jose sites in downtown, the Adobe, as well as the Thomas Fallon House. And so they can talk about the history of it. They've done a couple already, so they can do outreach presentations, and they're willing to do 20 minutes. They would be happy to present to our team. And I thought, not team, our neighborhood association. And I thought that summer might be a time where we mix like the serious topics from our politicians, but then we can also add some other topics like the history of San Jose. I spoke to a contact today as I was thinking about these topics. I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and reach out and see if they would be interested. And she was really interested. She said, "Yeah, we can totally do it. We did it for the Lions Club. We did it for we will be doing it for the senior center." And I told her about the size of our meeting and where it's held and what time. So that's a possibility. The other one is the Santa Clara County Agricultural Commission Department, where they could also do an outreach around the fruit flies, around pesticides in the home and how to avoid that. So they can talk. And then what are some of the agriculture that's still happening around Santa Clara County? And they can give us statistics on what's growing and what's being exported and what's being consumed in Santa Clara County based on the farms that they have. So I thought they would be interesting topics to consider for July. And I did reach out to someone again this afternoon just to determine, okay, would they be even willing before I bring it up? And they would be willing to do it as well.
All right. Yeah. If you can lock them down for July, that'd be great.
Yeah, and what, how much time, and make sure they understand there's no presentations. There's no projector.
Yeah.
Yes, they did ask about it, and I said, no, because it's an outdoor, we don't have presentations.
Yeah.
But, other times of the year we do, but just not July. And they were okay with it. They said, it would be great because then you have visual, especially about the history of San Jose.
Yeah.
But they said, yeah, we can totally bring stories, talk about stories. We don't need it, but sometimes the visuals will just add to it. So they're aware of no projectors for our outdoor meetings.
An alternative, Lana, would to if we bump into September when we're indoors, that's another, cue them up, but then push them to the next one where it is so they can project. That's just a thought if you wanted to do.
We could. I brought that up to the History of San Jose museum. I said, we also have October, and I said I'll talk to the board and determine what would be great. And she said, we don't need the presentations, but we have so many stories that will work just as well. I said, well, let me go ahead and bring it to the board, but we do have an October meeting that could be available to you as well. And they can do a 20-minute presentation, a 25-minute presentation, even half hour. So they're really flexible and we can work with them on the topics.
Okay, thanks. That'd be great.
That's a lot of options.
Yeah.
So we should, maybe our next meeting, we distill those, and because our July one's longer, isn't it? Don't we have our July one's like an hour and a half or 2 hours?
Well, we always try to shoot for an hour and a half.
All right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with food and
Yeah.
all that. So it just seems like it's always a little bit more involved. And so we should make sure we have a really robust July. Like we'll pick the
Yeah,
best.
try to nail down all three, and then we'll on July or June we'll pick two of the three.
Yeah, that sounds
Sure.
good. Thanks,
Yeah,
Lana. That's
I'll do a
awesome.
write-up on that. The others that I had that I reached out to, I haven't heard back from as possible topics is the birds of West San Jose and how your backyard can support them. Might be like a fun topic. Another is around composting. That is always popular. I think whenever I look at courses around composting, they get filled up really fast. So I reached out to, and I haven't heard back because this all happened like this late afternoon, is the not US, UC Cooperative Extension Master Composters.
Mhm.
I'm waiting to hear back from them around that. And what else did I have? There's also a second harvest, like how much food goes to waste in our neighborhood and how do we redirect the food? So that's another topic. And I can put that all into an email and can all think about it. And as I hear back from the contacts, I can also add their contact information. But so far today I heard from two, which was really great considering I just reached out like, late afternoon they got back to me.
You
Yeah,
sound really
all right.
good. And I would say it would have been awesome if some of those were included in our last one. Because our last one was
Yeah.
kind of light. No, that's great, Lana. I appreciate you doing all that research. That's awesome.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome. So
Yeah,
let me
definitely.
draft up an email. I don't know, maybe this weekend because work is pretty busy. So I'll draft it up probably sometime this weekend.
Yeah, you got over 2 months, so we got time.
1 month to our next meeting. 'Cause we have
All right. Doesn't have to be tomorrow.
30 days.
Okay.
All right, and then well, I think Brent said he would bring the food, right? When we
It sounded like he was committing.
yeah, we're gonna commit him.
We're gonna lock him in.
Lock him in. All right.
Because we have our quarterly one before that.
Yeah.
I timed those so it's like a week or two before our general.
Yeah. All right. So those were the two meetings. Oh, I will say another thing. In the April meeting, they had this big conference room with a big TV. way better than a projector. So nice, clear picture.
Was it my projector?
We didn't use your. Oh, I got it right here. Your projector. We never used it.
You never, oh, they had their own.
They had a TV.
Oh,
Like a.
oh, it's a really big TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We just.
How big was this TV?
Oh, how big?
No, sizable. I don't know.
And
I mean, it was like a home
80,
TV, or it was
90?
like,
Oh,
It was like
big.
it was like a conference room. hung on the
Bigger
wall.
than that. Bigger than that.
but I mean,
Size of the window.
oh, come on, that's not very big. And if that projector can throw a 15-foot image,
I think it was bigger than that window. It was big. Nobody had a problem seeing it.
Seems adequate.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on.
you definitely have
You could never go to.
National Night Out. That's coming up. That's going to be the first Tuesday in August, which is the 4th. And the way you do that, you fill out a form. I went. So they had a meeting last night. I went to it. So they gave me all this stuff about National Night Out, and so you go to this police form, the police website. They fill out this form. That triggers the police to come to your National Night Out party.
as spectators, or it's like,
Yeah, so you get to ask them questions. The whole thing is for the neighborhood to get to know the police. Now, when you do that, though, it triggers the city, and because they have this own National Night Out committee, and they sent you a form saying, is this on a street? Is it in a city park, a county park? Are you serving food? So luckily we did it in a private area, right? Because the park is private. Because if we were
it's
in,
private.
yeah, it's not city owned.
Which
The parking lot is where we were last.
Yeah, the parking lot.
that's city property, I thought.
No, it's owned by the baseball field.
Where isn't that city? That's not a city park.
I thought it was owned by the. Anyways, I considered it private property because otherwise they're going to go through the county and get a temporary food vendor license just for free.
Yeah.
But the only thing is they hate potlucks. So if you
yeah.
say this is going to be a potluck National Night Out, they will reject you instantly
Mm.
because they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know
Who's
if the
bringing
house
what.
prepared what. Someone's
Right.
sick.
Does Costco pickup of snacks count as a potluck?
No,
No,
if you make
no.
your own, like it's a health department thing.
Yeah.
It's county.
And then if you do have it in a city or county place like a park, and you bring food trucks, they already have.
Yeah, they're all your license.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it. So, but the thing is, when you do the city form, that covers you. That's an insurance form,
Good.
and again, it's free for
Yeah.
National Night Out.
Good.
So
So you're gonna do that.
yeah. I'll start doing. It should be easy. I
Well,
did it.
are we doing a potluck?
No.
No.
Well, that's what I want to ask. Last time I brought all these snacks and some ice creams. I recommend nothing frozen because it just melts. All right, nothing, no popsicles, nothing.
So not like bring Rita's in, like go to Rita's and have them bring it.
Rita's.
Rita's, not Rita, our Rita. Like Rita's the Italian ice on Pruitt Ridge in Winchester.
Winchester.
I don't know that place, but
You've
okay.
never been to Rita's?
No.
What's wrong with you?
How is it? I've been
Yeah.
meaning to try it.
See, I'm not the only one. Juana's never been.
I keep
Juana.
passing by it.
Yeah, but you're walking distance. Well, I guess everybody's walking distance.
Yeah. Have you been to it?
Come
Okay. All right. I don't feel bad at all.
I've been to it like 4 times, so
Yeah.
I'm covered for all of you.
Yeah.
The last time we did the ice cone shaped ice truck.
Yeah, Kona Ice.
Yeah, and because we didn't hit the threshold, we like had them make like 30 at the end.
Yeah, and they were all melted.
Yeah, disgusting.
I think that was a lesson about frozen things.
I don't think we're big enough to do a Rita's,
Okay.
right?
How many people come to that?
I think so. When the first one was like 15 when we did
1-5.
long time ago.
1-5.
Long time ago.
Okay.
And it's not old. It's only been doing it 2 years. So 2 years ago we had 15. This year we had 30. We
That's
doubled,
better.
right? But I still don't think that's enough because Kona wanted like 80,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I ate like 4.
Rita's isn't a food truck. I mean, they when we had our Catalyze SV events, like we had Don Whedon at the library in Santa Clara, we brought Achilles for dinner and brought Rita's for ice for
All
dessert. And they came and they had those big like jugs that they put their ices in to keep them frozen. But I don't know what the minimum is. But they're still
Yeah.
close. They might support it. I don't know.
Well, I'll talk to them. See
Okay.
if you can get a deal or whatever,
Okay.
and we bring it up. Other than that, I was just thinking, like, go to Costco and get like a 30 thing bag of chips, variety chips, because that went. They seem
Yeah.
to like the chips, and then cookies or something. We get cookies. Everyone seems to like cookies.
Yeah, perfect for kids.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna
give them candy too.
no, I'm going to call Susan Elbert and say, hey, we didn't get a grant again this year. Can you give us $500 to do
Very
that?
good. Oh, that'd be great.
Because she did it last year.
Okay, so if she does that, I bet you we could $500. I bet you I can get the Italian Ice guys to do something.
Well, we don't want to spend all 500 on that. We want to get like St. John get all sorts of toys.
Oh, yeah, toys.
He had a bubble machine going and stuff.
All right.
So and he had chalk, so they can make chalk art.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So easily maybe 100 to 200 goes towards
that stuff.
games and
I'll find out what he can do. Should I say for 30 people roughly?
yeah.
30's good.
Let's play it safe.
Okay.
We want to have more than he can handle. So then,
Okay.
yeah,
Wait, so you're doing that, Kirk?
I'll reach out.
yeah.
Do I have to do that this week?
No, we got till August 4th.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I gotta. I mean, my thing is to fill out the
I
form.
gotta.
All right. So, any questions on National Night Out? All right.
I'm gonna stop by on the way out of here.
All right.
I'll go back.
Sorry, one thing about that. I think last year we imagined that potentially we could get better signage or a better outreach because it is in August. So I guess at the July meeting we announce it, and maybe it's on our flyer.
Okay.
But I know that last year we were like, what if we got a banner across the chain link fence to say like, hey, it's here. I don't think we have that. in the
That would be
budget,
good, and we can reuse
but-
it, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we could say like,
Just do what I've done for my signs that I do that. We have the stuff that doesn't change, and then the date is like a Velcro thing, so you can change because it'll be August something. But anybody can do that. I'm just saying as a
I don't know anyone.
well, there's any of the sign folks can do. I can ask
All right.
some. I use a couple.
What does it
people.
normally go for?
I mean, it depends how big the sign. If we did like a 12-foot sign, 12 by I don't know, like 2, it'd probably be a couple $100.
All right.
It's a vinyl sign that you can roll up.
Yeah.
And then everything's the same, like National Night Out, August, and then the date we can peel. We'll just have, they can make a little square that we can change.
All
And
right.
just we'll make that every year.
Yeah.
That we can put on.
here because I think I remember we were.
It's always a
thinking
Tuesday,
if
right?
We had
So first Tuesday
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
month.
because I was like, if we had that sign, maybe more people who were just walking by would come in.
Yeah. So we could say everything would be National Night Out, Cory Neighborhood, Tuesday, August,
Or
and then no,
The
it would
number
be
just
a
rotates.
Velcro, and then we'll do a 4th, and then next year we'll get another one made of the little square, and that's
Yeah.
it, the Velcro, and then stick that on.
Would that National Night Out Committee for San Jose, would they have some sort of signage? Be able to help out with something like that?
Or maybe they know somebody exactly. You can
uh
ask if they have any signage, folks.
out of the city group. Okay.
There's a company I've used in the past called Print Papa. They're over here on Lafayette.
Okay.
They're pretty competitive.
All right.
Really competitive for our signage that we've done. I'll text you.
Let's get a couple quotes for next meeting. All right. Any other questions about National Night Out? All right. Rita, I just put you down. And I know that you have a new member for your reforestation committee. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I've just exchanged a couple of emails with him. He seems to, let's see, Morgan Heller. I forget what street he lives on. But he's got a lot of the same concerns that Bob Cass brought up. So this would be great. Bob is on an extended vacation, and we'll wait until Bob gets back to onboard him to the committee.
Sure.
So Art, thanks for forwarding his information to us. And last Wednesday, there was the City of San Jose community, let's see, what is the name of that? Reforestation meeting. This is the one that Bob had identified was supposed to happen out of that general plan for the urban canopy report that came out a few years ago and had not been happening. So they have had a couple of meetings. The information from those meetings wasn't posted. So this Bob pushing on them has gotten this a little more consistent. It's run by Sarah Davis, who's our urban forester, and Jennifer Seguin, who's the deputy director of Department of Transportation, was involved too. There's a variety of people on the Zoom call. I represented the Cory Neighborhood Reforestation Committee. There were other city residents, and there were other people from other organizations, including the Our City Forest and others that I didn't quite get their names. Mostly because I had an issue with my audio and visual. They used Teams, and my computer just doesn't like doing Teams as opposed to Zoom.
Nobody's does. Teams is awful.
Yes, it is. My husband totally will agree with you for his business meetings. We do have a new city arborist, Gino Orlando, and he's new. He's only been around a few weeks, so he was asked, so what do you see? What do you think since you've been here? And he really didn't have a whole lot to say at the moment. The presentation consisted of, first was that shot borer bug problem, and Sarah talked a bit about that. There is it's a massive invasion apparently, and they showed a graphic of when they first took the inventory of where the boundaries were and how many streets and trees and stuff were affected, areas were affected. And then they showed another graphic that they said showed an increase. It was difficult to understand because it wasn't consistent. They weren't the same size. So when I asked about what was the percentage of the increase, they couldn't tell me. So it would have been interesting to know exactly where those locations, where it had expanded, and what percentage, and try to map that out to how fast this thing is growing, this shot borer. There apparently are some difficulties in wanting to just do eradication of the trees that have the shot borer, especially in waterways. They're called, because these waterways are riparian corridors, and I'm thinking that that's raptors living in in the trees in these waterways. And so Sarah was saying that she's dealing with, I think, about 9 different agencies to get permission to take down these trees that are in our city limits, but she's having to deal with the county and Fish and Wildlife and one of the water agencies. So it sounds like it's a difficult thing to just get in there and get rid of the infected trees, and which could be cause for increase in this. So there's quite a lot of discussion about that. The other big topic of conversation was the increase in the urban canopy, the free street tree program. And there is a website on the city of San Jose's website, the main website, talking about the free street tree program. There's a list of of areas that are considered really deplete of trees and underserved. I'm grasping for the right in some of the poor neighborhoods. So those neighborhoods they want to concentrate on not only getting the free street trees to those locations, but to also, provide for the planting and then the free water and trimming for like the next 3 years, 2 years to 1 to 2 years to 3 years. They had a schedule. I'd asked for a copy of the slide deck and a few other things. They said they were going to send those. I've asked a couple of times and I haven't gotten anything. So I'm talking off of my chicken scratching notes here. So what that means for the Cory neighborhood though, is that we're not considered, underserved, underprivileged, whatever. So although our neighbors can ask for free street trees, and the city and our city forest group will help to plant them, I think is what it is. We don't get any of that free watering or the free pruning going forward. So that would be the biggest drawback that some of our neighbors could have with that. The whole deal is to increase our canopy cover, disadvantaged neighborhoods, that's what it is. But they do say they're making progress. They also say they're making progress with the developers. It's with when new houses get built, new properties get redeveloped, that they're making progress with the developers to put in street trees, because there's massive evidence that the old street trees are taken down and nothing's put back in, even though it's part of the PBC's planning building code enforcement group thing. There's no real process to ensure that happens. It goes across a number of different city departments, and there's not a lot of continuity or checks and balances with that. So those are all things that they're looking at to do to help with this, the urban forest. And they're looking to have their next meeting sometime later in July. They don't have a date yet, so.
Okay.
How does free watering work? Do they go around with some truck or do they like? put
Yeah,
in
water trucks,
irrigation?
sure, yeah, water trucks.
Wow. So how often can they water a tree at that rate?
They have a schedule.
Like weekly, monthly?
It's gotta be,
Because
it has to be at least weekly.
you'd think it'd have to be weekly, and normally you want a slow transfer, like a drip for a tree. You wouldn't just go, yeah.
I'm sure they just have a hose and they go. You can't be there forever.
Sometimes you stick in a rod, right? And
Mhm.
it has the opening, so it gets,
Way deep, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got those white plastic things.
Maybe they got a PVC tubing or something
Yeah.
like that
Yeah,
to do deep watering. Interesting.
All right. Any questions on that? All right, next. So at our last meeting, this lady came up to me and said, hey, I heard about a street captain program you had. I go, yeah. She goes, I want to be on that. I said, okay, well, you're going to be like number 4. Because there's not that many. None of you are street captains, right?
My wife is.
All right.
Yeah. Right? Does people deliver the flyers or is that?
No. Street captain is someone who just watches the street, and if something's happening, they clue me in.
Oh.
So
I could be an undercover street captain.
well, technically I am too, right? Because I'm on the board, and
Right.
you're
I thought something I'd let you know. Right? Yeah.
you'd be letting the board know because you're a board.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to revive the street captain and have a meeting, and all it is just watching the street, right? Just seeing, keeping the board abreast of what's happening on your street.
isn't that what next doors for?
Yeah.
Thanks, Rose.
Like,
I was just patrolling.
Then we go to open forum,
Exactly what it is.
and Kirk has this whole thing. Kirk, why don't you
I have a
talk?
couple things. So what's the first one?
Sony 20-year anniversary.
Okay, so
Oh,
our
before we
shop
do
is
that, I had a question on the street captains. Do we have a list of existing street captains?
I'm gonna have to make that up. It's not long. I think it's me, Lindy Hayes, and I have to work with Lindy to
I
find
have
out.
like 20.
Wasn't
We
Ca-
did at one time, and everyone left or died.
Great.
Yeah, wasn't Kathy a street captain?
Yeah, I don't think she's a street captain anymore.
No. No, I wouldn't think so. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then we had like Richard Osborne, but he died, and we had Heidi, she died.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Sounds like they're all dying. I'm no longer volunteering as street captain.
No longer.
Yeah.
Sounds like a dude.
All right, go
All right,
ahead.
so we're having it's open forum. So we have our 20-year anniversary for the shop coming up on September 19th. It's a Saturday. Huh? You're going to
I'll
be
be in
on.
Vermont,
You're in
yeah.
Vermont. Yeah, okay. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to work with the city. I don't know if this is possible, but I'm trying to get a couple lanes of Stevens Creek closed so that we can spill out some of the public because we're going to get some live music outside, like because we took over JJ's for our expansion. So we're trying to get some former JJ's talent, bring them back, and kind of do an outdoor concert. Kind of street music, kind of like what you do in New York. You street music all over.
Stevens Creek, dog. Good luck getting that close.
Yeah, well, it's Santa Clara, so there's actually a shot of doing something because
Alright.
you can't do shit.
Isn't that just going to piss off all the people that want to go to Stevens Creek?
8 lanes.
So,
You can
it's not-
land at 747 on Stevens Creek.
so you don't shut down all lanes. You shut down.
No, it's just that there's one's a parking strip
Yeah.
and one active.
So you basically narrow it into the center.
just narrow it. Yeah, just
Take
narrow it. Just like when they're doing road construction. I mean,
Yeah.
shit happens all the time.
Oh, okay.
But that's so I don't know if I can do that, and I don't know how much it's going to cost.
I don't either.
But we're trying to do that so that we can have a kind of a celebration of kind of honoring what was there, honoring our 20 years, and then sending off the space into its new chapter. So that's kind of the intent. It would be, I don't know if it would be free. We might do some kind of fundraising thing because building next door is breaking our business. But we're working that stuff out. But either way, we're gonna do something. We're gonna have, it'll be a great time to celebrate our 20 years. Which leads into the next thing, which that got me thinking, what if we did a real block party on Stevens Creek to celebrate small business? And that would be, my suggestion would be to close Stevens Creek from Winchester to San Tomas. Have like a mile and a half or whatever. All the small businesses, everyone talks about how great small businesses are and supporting them. They do this in New York all the time. New York, if New York can do it on the avenue for a mile and a half, San Jose can do it. And it'll be San Jose and Santa Clara because there's 2 sides.
Yeah.
Stevens Creek. And we'd have to work with Valley Fair and San Antonio because we'd want people to park there and then walk and then maybe have lots of, since it's an innovation zone, have like autonomous vehicles going up and down the street to people movers going real slow so that people can not have to walk the whole way and hop on, hop off, that kind of thing. That was just an idea that I thought would be fun to talk about with our council member or the city, and being this was the innovation zone for San Jose.
Well, you might have like try and make it a Viva Calle then.
Yeah, I mean, Viva Calle does it. They closed the streets down for something like that. That's
Yeah.
true. It was something, but the concept of a block party where you shut down and then all the businesses on the street come out. And then that was an idea. So I want to just kind of throw that out as an idea.
I heard that Viva Calle is getting less funding and will not be as big going forward.
Yeah, they're $50 million short.
So if
That's how much it costs.
No,
No,
San Jose's budget is $50 million.
okay.
that's
Yeah.
thing. So if this is a Hey Santa Clara, do you want to, like, Viva Calle was a huge hit in San Jose, Santa Clara, do you want to see what this could look like on Stevens Creek?
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm starting to work with them now to talk about logistics and transportation, police, and everybody gets involved in something that big. So that was just an idea, and just wanted to socialize that with you guys. Any thoughts or comments or on that before the last item on there? No?
That sounds fun. So what time, what day, what month were you thinking?
I don't know about that. I don't even know if there's not enough months left in this year to plan for something like that because of how much coordination, how slow government works on anything. It's an election year, You know,
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody's gonna be interested in that. I'm gonna push hard to get people to get, like, I was gonna ask the council, you know, maybe outreach to Councilmember Mulcahy, or
yeah.
maybe I'm already talking to the city of Santa Clara. But I thought it'd be fun to at least try and think about that, because I don't think anyone's ever even talked about doing something at that
Sure.
scale.
Mhm.
Um,
Might have to be after the summer, with the World Cup.
yeah, but that ends in like first week in July. That
Mhm.
doesn't go very far. But yeah, I think probably in October, September, October timeframe would probably be right before school goes back, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe it's the beginning of next year, but something like that really has never been done before, but is designed to support the small businesses that everybody talks about trying to support.
I think you better think of 2027, because if you can get it done in this year, that's amazingly fast for the city.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, though. Great idea.
Great.
So another thing I forgot to say is, so they have this group called the All Districts Neighborhood Association, and it's for all of San Jose, and it's all the neighborhood associations, and they have these meetings quarterly.
These are the leadership meetings you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to it, and on it, what they do is they, after you have your dinner and everyone talks all something, they break off into groups to solve problems. And one of them was budgeting for Beautify San Jose.
Yeah.
So I want on that.
Oh, on that one.
I want to be on there. So we had a Zoom meeting Monday, I think it was. And so we want to write a letter saying, hey, I think I sent it to you guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah,
said-
yeah. You said
So-
two things. Yeah.
Yeah. So I they were talking about how are we gonna write this out. I said, what do you want on it? And I went on Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Said, here you go. And she fine-tuned it. And so we sent it to him. But then when I went to this meeting for National Night Out, the Parks and Rec guy was there, and he goes, okay, the Beautify San Jose budget is 150,000. There's
Total?
total.
And what did it used to be?
I don't know.
I mean, there's like 100 neighborhoods, aren't there?
Over 70.
70. Yeah. Okay.
So
70.
150,000, and they had over $300,000 worth of requests for grants.
Unbelievable.
So what we in our letter we said, well, maybe you should start thinking with partial grants.
Yeah.
Give us a little help.
Yeah.
So that was a whole big thing, and they don't see it because this is we're hurting for money in San Jose. They don't see it going up anytime soon. So it's probably going to be 150,000. So the likelihood we get rejected probably high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just consider that. All right, that's all I got. Anybody else?
No, it's the last item there.
Yeah,
What?
sales pitch for Agrihood.
Did anyone
Oh.
go to Agrihood?
Did,
Right,
right?
I was,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what was your what happened? Like, what was your takeaway?
So actually, I went in kind of skeptical, and but actually, I was kind of impressed. I thought that they led the meeting well. The guy who's the developer, the owner of the area, he seemed
Vince.
who I think you've had a lot of
Yeah.
interaction with. He seemed, I mean, you will probably not agree with me at all, but he seemed like a reasonable kind of guy.
He is a very reasonable guy.
He seemed
Just trying to
articulate,
deliver on
kind of
stuff.
reasonable, and willing to talk and engage. I mean,
Yeah.
may not agree with it, but
Yeah.
And then he had some other guy that was actually doing the actual
The entitlements.
work itself, and
Yeah.
planning or whatever. And
Yeah.
that was the guy that led the meeting.
Yeah.
So I mean, according to him, he's basically saying that he really wants to go with the original plan, but since COVID, the world has changed.
Okay.
And therefore I can't do it.
Yeah.
Of course, so I run it's like, well, over on Winchester, they think they can build stuff. How come you can't? He didn't have an answer for that.
Yeah, good. Can I ask that same question?
Okay.
And not only that, when I present to city council, I use that. There's about 6 different properties that happened in the last
Mhm.
2 years
Mhm.
that are 8, 12 story, and this one's 15, 17,
Mhm.
that have been proposed or built. Like the one down on where the mobile home park was.
Mhm.
There's 2 that were over in Santa Clara, one's on Stevens Creek and Saratoga, another one's on Saratoga between San Tomas and Saratoga. This one over here that, that did not get built because they didn't want to. That got built because of neighborhood rejection, not because developers said, oh, I don't want to do it.
Right.
And then El Camino has a bunch of, 8, 9-story buildings that are being, San Jose does, Mountain View, Sunnyvale. So those guys seem to think, and what's interesting is when I see them talk about their project, they talk about all the amenities. Oh, it's close to shopping over here. It's like, Jesus, it's like literally across the street
Mhm.
from the highest grossing destination in all of Northern California.
Mhm.
So anyway, so I didn't.
But I mean, the looks of it to me is okay. It seems like they have adequate parking for the places. You know,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
it's easy.
it's gonna be so that I think there's like 5 buildings. One has like many, more than the others.
Yeah.
It's like 5 units and then like
Yeah, did you
seven
think
or nine.
did you see the
something like that.
tunnels on the property already?
Yeah.
They'll look like that.
And and so that seemed okay. He did have an argument. They were stressing the fact that yes, it's a great reduction in the number of units,
Oh, but the
but
bedroom count.
but the bedroom count
Oh, it's close.
is 2/3.
Yeah, it's close.
I thought they made an actual reasonable.
You don't count bedrooms, you count apartments because people live either alone or the partner. You don't just count bedrooms.
Okay, I'm on the other side of that where I actually feel like I think that the state, in terms, I agree with the guy that counting units is not valid. You should be counting bedrooms because people get room. I have a son, and younger kids. It's like people get roommates. Bedrooms get, if you have like 20 studios versus 3 townhomes. My kids have rented multiple bedroom places and shared them. So
You take care of one family versus 12.
So I actually have I think it actually is more accurate to count bedrooms than to count. Same thing with like when you're doing parking. It's like telling me you've got 1 parking space
Or
per
half
unit
parking
when you've got like 4 units, 4 bedrooms. It's like that's not adequate. So I would much rather have them, count bedrooms than count units. So I was disappointed, but I'd rather have that I'm not a great fan of this 19-story building over on Winchester, but over Africa,
It's 4 times the size.
It fits in the center of this thing. I have no problem building high there. And actually, I'm disappointed that they're not building high. That's adequate. And also the entrance is not on the main street.
It's on the side. It's on Worthington. Yeah.
This makes sense to me. So I actually was just like, I'm disappointed, but I could actually see, okay, if you're going to let it languish versus doing this, I won't say I agree. Sounds reasonable.
And the project got approved with that as a dense project.
But I know, and I know that you're looking at the what do you call it? The amenities, aspect of it, the community aspect of it, and I can see where you're disappointed.
And that all gets stripped away.
Right. To me, that has less value because I don't take advantage of that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. And did you recognize anybody else that was there at the meeting?
I didn't recognize any. So other than the guy who's the owner, Vince.
Yeah.
I recognized him from.
But no one else.
Because he'd come to our neighborhood meeting previously to that. And Alex from
Alex Shore
was there.
Okay.
And actually, when I asked the question about why can they do it and you're not, Alex actually asked to speak, and he surprised me. He said actually he doesn't think that BCI is really planning on building. He thinks they're just rezoning and flipping.
Well, at this point, maybe they will. At this point,
Yeah,
It's all
which
speculation.
I was shocked to hear.
yeah. Well, I mean, they had an idea, and that got torpedoed. So I don't think they're gonna.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Are we all set?
We're digressing.
So
Yeah.
I got
Does that answer your question?
No, it's perfect. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll adjourn this at 7:54.
Oh, actually, I have a couple questions.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lana.
Okay, not
Okay. My first question is for July, has it been decided where we're going to have it outdoors? Is it the parking lot of the school or is it TBD?
TBD.
TBD. Okay. And then for the Department of Agriculture, their topic on pesticides and fruit flies and agriculture in the Santa Clara County, how much time do we want to give them for a presentation?
Like 20 minutes presentation, 10 minutes Q&A.
Okay, so about half hour?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the third question was in our last meeting, did we, not the board meeting, but the general meeting, did we do a survey that we talked about where we can capture the topics? And if we didn't, do we want to try to do it in the July meeting where we can do a combo of hard copies of the survey form, plus maybe use something like Mentimeter or Slido, where we can, on the fly, they can just punch in a code and fill out a survey form, and then we can see the results. I mean, we won't be able to present it without the projector, but it's really fun if we had the projector because we could see it live as the survey results are revealed. So do we want to take advantage of
I don't know how to do that,
20?
but if you are willing to either teach me or do it at the meeting, then I'm okay with that.
Okay. We could definitely talk about it a little bit more in June, but I'm thinking maybe about a combo of using online survey plus a hard copy that we can pass around, and then we can get the results back. And then and that'll help us plan for the subsequent
Yeah.
general meetings. And
Yeah, I think we should try and use our general meetings as like a fertile environment to gather information.
Mhm.
Stuff like that, Lana, I'm so glad you brought that. I thought I forgot we were going to do that. And we should definitely be on our agenda. It should be an agenda item. Feedback from community. Ask them how they think about our meetings. Like, let's just get some real time, let's leave 10, 15 minutes at the end so that we can use the meeting for ourselves to make the meetings better. You could use it for feedback on how, are the flyers good? Did you get yours? Did you see it online? Do you care if it's online? Do you get both? And what topics do you want? Like stuff like that's really, we have no good like collecting method.
Right.
We push everything out, but we don't actually gather much. So if we can do that.
Although we're only going to get the feedback of the people that are showing up at the meetings, so we might get yeah, you're doing it right because they're interested in that stuff, and they're the ones showing up. The people who aren't showing up may not be showing up because we're not doing what they want, and now we're not hearing them either.
That's true.
Yeah. But then we can also have a feedback form on the website for those who don't want to do it or are not present. They can also have another way to fill it out. And then we can also use the survey form to pick out the prize winners. Like, okay, instead of just picking them by names, we can pick the survey form, and then that way we can get people to fill it out on the fly. And we don't have to actually ask for verbal feedback. Maybe we just collect all the forms and then we can determine what that feedback. So I can start the survey form with some of the questions that we all talked about, and then we can use it as a working doc before our general meeting in July.
Thanks for bringing that up, Lana.
Yeah, all right. Sounds good.
I just don't know if we can print it. Did you say you have a printer, Art, to print out?
Yeah, how is that printer, Art?
That printer stinks.
Oh no.
So did you open it and use it?
I opened it and used it, and
it was supposed to be a laser jet.
it's not a laser jet, it's just a dot, not dot matrix.
I thought you said they were going to fix it. I guess they came back and said
Nope.
no.
They said, that's it. That's yours. Sorry, we
But
go.
they sent the wrong one.
I know. I told them that. I said I haven't opened it. I'm going to give it back to you. She said, no, we don't want it. It's yours, and
Are we gonna get the real one?
they don't have any money.
Oh gosh.
So it takes a minute to print the page. I'm like, oh,
You gotta
gosh,
be kidding.
it is so slow. Well, double-sided. I said, goes and goes, and then the whole minute takes like 20 seconds just to pull back, think about it. Okay, now I'm going to print.
And probably the ink cartridges for that type of printer are probably going to be super expensive.
It's probably.
It's going to be very, very inefficient.
Yeah.
Both in speed and cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like a printout of 40 or 60, and it took me like 3 hours.
Oh my God. What a joke.
Yeah.
We should just don't even waste your time on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wasn't going to.
Costco has a color printer that's on sale, occasionally $200 off.
Let's do that. I'll just go over there.
Okay.
We only color black and white. See, do you want to say more?
They have a laser printer.
Yeah.
It's even color.
Yeah.
And it's only a couple $100.
Yeah.
And
All right.
then you just get toner card.
Are we done?
Just get a black toner card.
I got
We're out of time.
7:59. We did it.
One question.
Not 8 o'clock.
Don't need an answer, but it sounds like we're probably not going to be getting money from Beautify for a while. So our whole revenue stream, maybe we need to start rethinking. Not today, but we start rethinking about what are we going to do to replace it.
All right. Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thanks for
All
coming.
right. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.